Another day, another video. Today we're just going back to see how World War II was such an amazing game. No, it wasn't, but it was good for the in the stages of its life. It wasn't the most fun game, but it was for competitive guys. It was very complex and very search and destroy is very complex, and you need to be on target with every single one of your moves and be able to recognize the situation and be able to predict where every enemy was going to go and make sure you covered every single lane that you could be obviously peaked by. And it was very hard for most competitive players because it wasn't like you could use your gun skill and then smoke everybody in S&D. You could if you were all in 1v1 gunfights. If y'all weren't, then good luck. Being extremely good at gun skill was an advantage, but not too much to the point where you could smoke everybody. Being good at extremely good gun skill was an advantage, but you have to have teamwork, and this is when Call of Duty starts straying away from. Alright, if you put 4 superstars, you're gonna win the tournament. It's where if your team has 4 superstars and can't work together, you're not gonna win the tournament. You're gonna fucking lose. It's gonna be going downhill. But besides competitive, this game was really a grind fest for most people in the beginning of the year, and it wasn't very good with content wise. Paint jobs weren't great. They didn't come in until like January, I think. Remember, I actually didn't play half of the year of this game, then came back January, and started playing competitively again. And here I am now, smoking kids all over the place. But just for a game in general, just for having fun, this game is good now. It's really good. I don't know why people weren't playing it. Well, there's still people playing it. It's just that it's really good, and it's so much more fun than other Call of Duties that are out there right now. Modern Warfare isn't doing the hottest. I still play it, but it isn't doing the hottest compared to many others. I feel like in Modern Warfare, if I don't carry my team 100% of the time, I'm gonna lose. And in Modern Warfare, I feel like if I don't get a 20 bomb every game, I'm going to lose. In my gameplays, I don't get 20 bombs that much because I play the objective. Because I still have the mindset it's like, okay, if I win the objective, I'm going to win. But in Modern Warfare, that's not the case. You need a 20 bomb and get a bunch of streaks, and you'll win the game. If you just play the objective and get kills and play the game how it's supposed to, you're not gonna win. But that's only pubs. Call of Duty World War II was honestly extremely fun to play now. It was honestly really. The camos don't look great. Some of the maps aren't the best, but for what we have today, it's really fun, and people should be going back to it. Supply drops are in the game, but it's not like Modern Warfare where you don't know what kind of content is in the game. You see the store and it's like, oh, I could buy this or I could buy that, and then you see the battle pass and like, oh, that's what I can unlock for free. While here, it's like, oh, I get supply drops and I can get new things. It's like, cool, I can buy them if I want to, but you don't have to, because if you keep getting duplicates and getting the same thing over and over again, you get this in-game currency, and with that in-game currency you can buy what you want. And I didn't take advantage of that because I wasn't really a grindfest guy back then. Now I am. I literally live in the console. It's so much better system than what we have now. So much, just a way better system. And it's sad that it's in this game, and it's also in Black Ops 4, but their system's a little different. Theirs is like, if you have like 50 supply drops, you can exchange those for like a weapon bribe, and you can get a gun of your liking, a new gun, or you can get a camo that's rare. That's what I loved about that. In this game, it's like, well, fuck. Modern Warfare is like, fuck. I'm talking about Modern Warfare. It's like, alright, store, spend money, or get free stuff. There's no in between. Besides that, the game It's actually really fun. Dominations, that's all I play. I miss Ground War because there's nothing like that anymore in Call of Duty. Modern Warfare, you don't have anything. I guess you have Conquest. Well, oh, sorry, not Conquest. Ground War. And I prefer this Ground War over that Ground War, because this Ground War, at least the maps flow right, and there's no tanks going all over the place, and at least I can kill the people inside the tanks, because there's nobody shooting the tank. It's only somebody on the turret. And I prefer this over that, because I know the lanes, I know what I'm doing, and our Ground War, it's like chaotic. We don't know what the hell's going on half the time. This game has good Ground War. The maps are decent for what we're comparing it to Modern Warfare. The DLC is better. The collection system is better, aka the weapon camos and the skins. And the guns are more balanced, even though it's just the pretty much, if you want a good game, you can use the bar, the PPSH, and the STG if you really want to try your ass off, like how if you just want to dominate. It's those three guns, but other guns can challenge those too, and they can win gunfights too. It depends on your shot. This was how Modern Warfare was in the beginning of the year, when it was like, oh, every gun you could use. But then they switched it up and decided, okay, the M4 and the MP5, you'll be the best guns. Everybody else throw them trash. Well, in competitive wise, but whatever. Game rating out of 10, I believe it could be a solid 7 or 8. If you want to do comparison, I gave Black Ops 4 around a 6 or 7 at the end of its lifespan, and Modern Warfare, I think I gave it like a 4. And compared to the great Call of Duties in the past, these are pretty decent. This is a decent game. This is where you can at least have fun for a bit, and I feel like you're pressured to constantly try every game because of skill-based matchmaking. By the way, there's no skill-based matchmaking in this game, and without skill-based matchmaking, I think I have a 2. Yeah, 2 KD, a 2 point something. Skill-based matchmaking restricts your playing style so much, because you feel like you have to play a certain way to play good and enjoy the game. And this game, it's like, all right, you get no skill-based matchmaking. Guns are more balanced. Maps are better. Like, why wouldn't you play this game over Modern Warfare? And I know why, because it's an old game, and people remember it as a really bad game in the beginning of the year, which I don't disagree with. But now people should be giving it a second chance, because it's a really good game. It's not. There's still people playing it, and it's not like it's completely horrible. It's really good, and you could play way better in this game, because there's no skill-based matchmaking, and also you can actually try and carry your team and actually win the matches, unlike Modern Warfare, where if you just play as good as possible, you may not win the game. You most likely lose the game because your teammates aren't rotating or aren't capturing the flags or aren't doing anything, because everybody's so caught on their KD. It's kind of annoying. But just to end it here, the game's really good. People should be going back to play it. Wish the collection system was same in this game and then in every Call of Duty. I wish every Call of Duty had this system. No skill-based matchmaking. A lot of customization. And I think that's all I have to talk about. Hopefully y'all enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the next one.